হ্যালো, হ্যাঁ, গুড আফটারনুন ম্যাম। আমি নারায়ণ সুপার স্পেশালিটি হসপিটাল থেকে দেবাঞ্জন বলছি। কুমার বাবুর ওয়াইফ বলছেন তো? যেরকম আপনাদের বলেছিলাম, আমাদের টেন্টেটিভ একটা হার্ট অ্যালার্ট এসছে। আমরা ডক্টর দেবাশিস দাস স্যারকে বলেছি একটু কাইন্ডলি রেডি থাকবেন, যে কোনো মুহূর্তে আমি আপনাকে কল করব। তো উইদিন 1.5 আওয়ারের মধ্যে বোধহয় আপনি চলে আসতে পারবেন।
We have just received a call that there is a donor who is matching with the blood group of one of our prospective recipients. The donor is in Kolkata, which in a transplant program it is very important to have a donor in the vicinity of the hospital because it saves precious time. Now, this particular recipient has been waiting for almost a month on the transplant list. This is a moment of mixed emotions for two families. There is somebody who is unfortunate enough to reach the stage of brain death. At the same time, this means end of a wait period for a recipient who has been on the list for long. Now our next step would be to do an assessment of the organ as to whether that heart is viable enough for us to use. We will set up a small assessment team. We will go to the hospital where the donor is currently located and then take our next call as to whether this organ is worth accepting or not. Depending on that, we at the moment don't know whether we'll proceed with the transplant or not, but if it turns out to be viable, this person who is on the recipient list might be lucky.
We have assessed the donor and I think donor is okay for us, and so we are planning to take the donor heart tomorrow.
I think now that we have accepted the heart because it seems viable, the next step would be first assessing that whether we are prepared to take this transplant on or not. We just need to do a quick briefing meeting with our team, which would involve the surgical team, the nursing team, the cardiologist. We also have to go through all the investigations which the patient has been worked up for, and then inform the recipient family and get them to the hospital as soon as possible. Our assessment team has got the blood sample of the donor, and now we will run a compatibility test with the recipient's blood once he is admitted. So we'll check that the recipient has been fully worked up. We will also check our preparedness, which would mean preparedness of logistics in terms of transporting the organ, in terms of getting the patient in, and afterwards technically carrying out this whole operation perfectly, and then planning our post-op as well.
The correlation between cardiologists and cardiac surgeons is very important in a successful heart transplant. Hopefully this will be our 7th successful heart transplant.
We have just been intimated by the Regional Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization ROTO that the retrieval time in the donor hospital has been fixed at 6 a.m. Now it depends on other specialties as well, the liver team, the kidney team, the heart, the lungs. So again it is about collaborating with multiple teams. 6 o'clock is the retrieval time. Our team from here will leave at 6 o'clock sharp.
So it is 6 o'clock in the morning and the entire team has reached, and very shortly we will start for the retrieval of the organ from the SS cam. So I have briefed the team accordingly that this is the first time in the Eastern India where a hand transplantation will also take place. So this is little unusual for us that we have to wait till the hand is taken and followed by the heart, the retrieval as well as the other organ. Then usually we wheel the patient in the operation theatre. In the operation theatre, it is very important to have a close synchronization with the liver harvesting team, because both the cardiac harvesting and the liver harvesting, they go hand in hand. It is very important to understand that once I retrieve the heart, I have a window period of 4 hours. Within that 4 hours, that heart has to be transplanted back into the recipient.
Hello, Dr. Manish. The donor has been shifted to the OR and Dr. Nilanjan has done the sternotomy. So we are going ahead with the harvesting.
So just received the news that the retrieval work has been done by the retrieval team. So as soon as the heart is retrieved from the body, it will be put into the custodial solution, that's the transport medium, put into the ice box. Our transport team is ready. So as soon as the transport team sets out from there, we'll put a signal on to the Kolkata police and the Howrah police, who have been very cooperative, and they will create a green corridor which has already been intimated to everyone. Our surgical team has just wheeled into the patient into the OT.
Today is the D-Day. I think our retrieval team is already at the donor hospital. They are quite some time through. We have wheeled in our recipient. It's a redo operation, so we are starting a little bit early because we'll take a little bit more time than our usual times, and we hope that our team can deliver a successful outcome.
অনেক ধন্যবাদ কলকাতা পুলিশ এবং হাওড়া পুলিশকে ওনাদের সহযোগিতায় গ্রিন করিডোরের জন্য আমরা 30 মিনিটের শুধুমাত্র 7 মিনিটের মধ্যে হাসপাতালে ঢুকতে পারছি।
Surgery went well and we are happy with the results, outcome of the surgery. The heart is beating pretty well and we are very happy. But now the most critical part starts, that is the recovery in the ICU area.
So the operation pleasantly went on smoothly. We took less time than what we anticipated. But as we know, this is just one part of it. But now I'll speak to the family that at least the procedure has gone on smoothly. Next challenge is getting him through the ICU.
He seems fine.
It seems fine. I am pretty hopeful.
Yeah.
No problem. He's not going to make any trouble. He will be fine.
He seems okay. He's doing well so far. So we are very hopeful in the next 24 hours we will be able to separate him from the ventilator and we should be able to make an uneventful recovery in the next 4 to 5 days.
It is also a landmark event today because this donor who has donated not only his heart but both his kidneys, his liver and both his hand. So again such a gesture by the family is really remarkable. We also saw how it is important to coordinate with so many different specialities. We first have to coordinate amongst ourselves with the retrieval team and the recipient team across multiple specialities of cardiology, cardiac surgery, anesthesia, intensive care, nursing, and now in ICU we'll again see as to in the next few days to get this patient home how everybody will come together to make this a successful endeavor. So it is truly a team effort.